who have made it to the top segment, followed by St. Joseph's and Sri Sumangala, a surprise packer this season, who have managed to get into the plate segment. And Thurston and Vidyartha are the two teams who will have to contend in the ball segment.
Yes, as we'll take a look at the cup segment, as you said, those 6 teams that were the top 2 in each of their groups. Trinity and St. Thomas's obviously are carrying full points. Wesley College, although they beat St. Peter's, did not secure their bonus points, so they carry only 5 points, while Isipatana, St. Peter's and Royal unfortunately weren't able to carry any points with them.
Yes, so next we'll have a look at the top try scorers thus far. The top try scorer, Trinity, is Minula Yaddahige, taking over from Royals Didula Jayasuriya, who led in the try scoring charts up until the penultimate week of the league, but the Trinity wing has taken over that mantle, and in third place is Situja Jayatilaka, the very impressive Thurston number 8. He has scored 3 tries and stands in third place. In fourth place is Madhuranga Pushpa Kumara from Kingswood with 7 tries, and rounding up that list is Nisit Kumara Singha with 6 tries.
It's very impressive that a number 8 has his name in the top 3 of the try scorers. As we take a look at the top point scorers, Dilruan Pereira, he's been an outstanding talent for Science College this season, 67 points, and he has a big future in this game. Denet Chamudita as well, a lone warrior for Ananda College with 65 points. Idris Farooq in third place, who we'll see in action today. And Minula Yaddehige, all tries for his 50 points. And finally, Mayanka Dias of St. Thomas's College with 48 points, making up the top point scorers. Idris Farooq, Abdullah, will be one to watch today. He does love a game against St. Peter's, doesn't even last year I thought after he came on in the second half, the game really did change in momentum.
Yes, he'll have a big role to play today in how Royal plays. His territorial kicking game as well as from the tee is going to play a crucial part. And we'll have a chat more about that once we go in for another quick commercial break, and we'll have the team cards as well as the kickoff after this break.
Rugby.
Live rugby.
Prima Kotumi. Fun tamai.
Nava Rexona Sports Defense 72 hours order protection samagin pirimin sadahamai.
German-engineered tyres for Sri Lankan roads. Seat car radials. The road is yours.
Park Avenue. Long-lasting fragrance. Unshakable confidence.
The road is yours.
German-engineered tyres for Sri Lankan roads. Seat car radials. The road is yours.
වතුරත් ලීක් වෙලා ස්ලැබ් එකත් ඉවරයි බලන්නකො දැන් සාලේ කැත චමරි
ස්විස්ටෙක් ඇක්වාෂීල්ඩ් 2K waterproof දැම්මා නම් වතුර කාන්දු වෙන්නෙත් නැහැ හිතටත් නිදහස්
Swistek Aquashield 2K waterproofer seal කරන්න හොඳම කෙනා. The road is yours.
German-engineered tyres for Sri Lankan roads. Seat car radials. The road is yours.
උස්වත්ත පවුලින් හඳුන්වා දෙන රසයක් බැහැ. Chirpy chips. රිදෙන්න දැනෙන රස. Whose fault is this? Looks like someone didn't use Tokyo Superset for bricklaying and plastering. Tokyo Superset. Do it right the first time. Nava Rexona Sports Defense 72 hours order protection samagin pirimin sadahamai.
Park Avenue, long-lasting fragrance, unshakable confidence.
Now Rexona Sports Defense 72 hours order protection සමගින් පිරිමින් සඳහාමයි.
වතුරත් ලීක් වෙලා. ස්ලැබ් එකත් ඉවරයි. බලන්නකො දැන් සාලේ කැත. චමරි.
ස්විස්ටෙක් ඇක්වාෂීල්ඩ් 2K waterproof දැම්මනම් වතුර කාන්දු වෙන්නෙත් නෑ. හිතටත් නිදහස්.
Swistek Aquashield 2K waterproofer. සීල් කරන්න හොඳම කෙනා.
Follow your dreams, achieve your goals. With every step, let your story unfold. In this world you will shine. Just believe it's your time. Sky is the ultimate limit. Never can you stop any day.
Chase your dream career with eSoft Metro Campus.
Park Avenue, long-lasting fragrance, unshakable confidence.
දවසම ෆ්‍රෙෂ් වෙන්න O3 Spirit and Freedom perfumed body spray.
Boss, you're the one who lifted this company to where it is today, ne? Your work is so well organized and your capability really shines through it.
While you're working hard to earn your yearly bonus, save money with Commercial Bank's Power Bonus. Open an account with just 5,000 rupees and earn bonus interest every 3 months straight.
Drink Samahan daily to boost your immunity and stay healthy against prevailing health conditions. Samahan daily. Stay healthy.
උස්වත්තු පවුලින් හඳුන්වා දෙන රස ඇබ්බැහිය චර්පි චිප්ස් රිදෙන්නේ දැනෙන රස.
Park Avenue, long-lasting fragrance, unshakable confidence.
Welcome back to the St. Peter's grounds. As we can see, both teams have taken the field, going through their last-minute huddles. Big moment for both schools, playing for a traditional trophy, as Nathan mentioned previously. And we'll have the team cards now for you to go through. But before that, we'll have a small trailer.
The 79th Bradley Shield returns with all the pride, history and passion. Trinity College will host the first leg in Canton. And 2 weeks later, it's Royal College's turn to bring the fire back to Reed Avenue. Witness the school's rugby giants clash on the 23rd of August and the 6th of September. Watch it live, only on Dialogue Television, the Dialogue View app and the Papare.com. Sri Lanka's #1 sports channel.
Yes, arguably the biggest fixture in schoolboy rugby, the Bradby. All eyes will be on that as well. But with coming back to the match at hand, Abdullah.
Yes, so this is the Royal College outfit for today. Akira Yatuvara, Imtizal Nazir and Yoshita Situmina will be the front row. Nasir Hanifa and Metuka Vikramaratne will be the seconds. An unchanged third row for Royal Inalta, Faman Senuja Rana Singh and Disas Patirana. The halves combination, Savita Fernando will start at the number 9 position along with Idris Farooq. The number 11 jersey skipper Amika Samara Singha. The halves combination, Hiruka Jayanidu, and he will have a new centre partner in Yuan Patirana, who generally plays at fullback. Dinuka Pereira makes his way into that right wing position, and Didula Jayasuriya will man the last line of defense. In the replacements, it will be Mohammad Mausuf, Simak, Mohideen, Hiran, Amarasinghe, Senwiratna, Mudankotoa, Anik, and Nimank.
Yes, and for St. Peter's College, an unchanged first 8. That's Farooq Abegunawardhan, who has made the shift from lock forward to hooker. Janut Ratnayaka, who had a bit of an injury scare. Revon Pereira and Sithila Nimsara in a new lock-in combination. And Lakindu Ranasinghe, Hashara Madugaske and Shenuka Pereira making up the loose forwards. And in the halves combination, the one change, Jamal Wahab slotting back into scrum half, and Emit Jayaveera being welcomed back into this side. He will be a huge pillar of strength for them today. And in midfield, you'll have Netchan Mantusha and Vishenka Silva, and a back three of Rajit Gion, Pasan Pamudita and Senu Dinsara. Replacements, you'll have Pereira, Soisa, Shahid, Malavarachi, Rusit, Herft, Kamil, Pereira, Aditya and Arush.
Yes, an interesting positional change by both teams, really, isn't it, Nathan? Both teams opting to play their regular fullbacks in the outside centre position. So it will be interesting to see how that will work out. As you can see, chief guests being introduced to both teams.
Yes, of course, those positional shifts and those little mind games are going to happen in a fixture like this. It's Sanat Martis versus Dushant Liuke Abdullah. You could say master versus apprentice in a way.
Yes, well, not long ago they were working together with the national setup. Today we'll be in opposite camps. So it'll be interesting to see how this game pans out, because both these teams will be desperate for a victory, not just from the fact that it's a traditional encounter, but also in terms of keeping their league hopes alive. As you mentioned previously, both these teams unable to bring any points from that first round, so defeat here, and it will be pretty hard to come back from that in terms of their league aspirations. So both teams will want to put in a big performance.
Yes, indeed, Abdullah. I'd say the loser of this game would be sort of mathematically out of the league as well, because they'll be going forward with 2 losses, and it's pretty hard to recover from that, especially considering the opposition they have yet to play as well.
Yeah, that's right. And in this super round, there's not going to be any easy games. As we can see, both teams taking the field. Crowd is building up, isn't it, Nathan? Big encounter.
There's not much space left in the Reverend Father Joe Vikramasinghe Pavilion, and it's quite a big space as well, so it takes at least 5,000 to 6,000 people to fill that up, and just the corners left to be filled up here. So ticket sales are plenty, and the crowd slowly but surely gathering in. We heard that some crowds were lined up at even around 10-11 in the morning, waiting in line for their tickets.
Yes, let's hope that they'll all have a game to remember. Just a few last-minute words by Royal skipper Samarasinghe. Both these teams will want to get off to a good start. They wouldn't want to be chasing the game at any moment. It'll be really interesting to see how these positional changes both teams have implemented, especially in their 3-quarter lines, how that's going to work out.
Yes, Vishenka Silva played the last game at second centre as well, Abdullah, so he has a bit of match practice in this new role for him. But I believe this is the first time for Yuan, isn't it?
Yes, that's right, and
get behind, please.
Probably they want to try and get their best players on the park as far as possible. That will probably be the thinking of coach Dushant Luke, as Vishenka. Pretty inauspicious start for St. Peter's, I have to say.
Captain.
Yes, straight off the bat, an unforced error, and Amika Samarasinghe opts for the scrum. So Royal looking for that front foot ball straight away, Abdullah.
Yeah, so do you think that St. Peter's wanted a scrum first up? like another international team tried to do last week, Nathan?
Yes, I'd say the boys are fairly confident. The forwards have been mighty impressive this season. They wouldn't mind making their presence felt to these Royal lads and giving them a warm welcome to this sports complex. But I don't think we'll see any Rasim Erasmus-esque tactics today, Abdullah.
Yes, Fernando with the feed, gets the ball out to Farouk. Royal going out wide, going to the edges.
Back.
Ball passed in, again to Farouk. Royal sending the ball to midfield. Once again out, St. Peter's defense standing strong. Quick phases, Farouk making half a break, got through that first line of defense.
Get back.
Just needs some quick ball. Nice short pass, Royal taking it up. It's a good start by Royal here. Fernando, get the ball to Pathirana, who's using his left foot. Once again, unpredictable bounce. Royal unable to recover it. It's knocked on in the process and position has been turned over. So I'm sure Yuan would have wanted a bit more distance in that kick. May have done well to hold on to the ball a bit more. They had the Peterite defense stretched.
Is trying to go end to end are the Royalists, and like you said, Yuan could have done a bit better to put a bit more power on that kick. I think it came just off his shin rather than the boot. Hence the lack of distance, but the bounce of the rugby ball very nearly proving costly for the Peterites there.
Set. Steady.
And another set play in favor of the visiting Royalists.
Stop.
Fernando with the feed, a big scrum here by the Peterites, but Royal managed to win the ball. Switch pass. Didula, oh, lovely pass.
Play on.
Royal doing well to keep the ball alive.
Back.
This is good by Royal. Nice short
Offside,
pass.
penalty advantage.
They've won the penalty for an offside infringement. Got to make this count. They have man out wide. But Jayasuriya deciding to cut in. Yet it's penalty advantage for Royal. Royal deciding to go out wide. Farouk going cross field. But it was not the best of kicks. He needed to get it much more wider. But nonetheless, he had a penalty in his favor.
Yes, will be interesting to see what Royal College choose to do with this penalty, Abdullah. I think that gives us a real insight into what the thinking is and what the strategy is for the boys today.
Yes, good start here by Royal. Probably Fernando Jayasuriya would have done well to get one more pass out before cutting in, because it was a 3-on-2 situation nonetheless. Farouk just trying his luck. But if he had managed to get it a bit more wide, Nathan, it could have caused a bit of problems, because the Peterite defense was extremely narrow. But unfortunately the kick not executed as well as Royal would have liked. Nonetheless, they have a penalty. And interesting to see what they will opt for.
Offside. All offside. Second wave. All offside.
Yes, I think Royal will do well to go to touch here. But by the looks of things, I think they're going for the quick tap, Abdullah. The rolling maul hasn't been at its usual best for Royal College this season. But no, Idris Farouk has changed his mind. And Royal's rolling maul will be on display for the first time today.
There's a real opportunity here for Royal to put down a marker, try and get a bit of early dominance over the Peterite pack. Samara Singh, Royal's keeper with a heavily strapped knee. Good clean line out by Royal. They go on the short side. Situmina just short of the line. Royal just a couple of meters away. Deciding to go on the short side.
Release.
Inches away is Royal.
One movement shot. Back.
Once again, inches short is the call by the referee.
Back. Last foot.
Oh, brilliant work by Royal. I think it's Altaf, the Royal blindside flanker. Brilliant reach. Always a very risky thing to do, to pick the ball and stretch out when you have defenders right in front of you. But Aman Altaf, you'd have to say, did brilliantly. And just the start Royal would have wanted. Let's have a look at that once again. It's a gutsy thing to do, isn't it, Nathan? So close to the line with defenders right up on you. But the good thing is Aman's body position was extremely good. He stayed low and just managed to identify a bit of space before reaching out.
Yes, I think that's what helped him, Abdullah. It's the fact that he stayed as low to the ground as possible, really put in his body on the line for College and paying off and got his side an early lead. So it's early advantage Royal as Idris Farooq is unable to add the extras, albeit from a tough angle. But it's St. Peter's that will now have to come from behind.
Yes, once again, fluffed kickoff, not helping the cause.
Yes, all that pressure started from that fluffed kickoff by Vishenka Silva Abdullah. After that, it was Royal who played rather patiently. And it's now Emid Javir to kick things off. Sends a long kick deep into the Royal 22. And straight away up with the defense are the Pete, right? That's Revon Pereira with a big hit on the try scorer. And now St. Peter's will try and milk a penalty from here. But Royal opting for that exit with the left-footed Patirana. Have that left-footed option in their backline, and now Senuddin Sar has been allowed to run, cuts inside, beats a couple of players. And again some good territory for his side. And now need quick ball out wide, but chooses to go inside. Does the play? Does Revon Pereira? And now they'll go to Shenuka Pereira. But Royal defense is holding the fort. And ball just spilled out of that ruck there. But St. Peter's College have won the penalty. No clear release is the call from referee Shankar.
Yes, he very clearly communicated to release, and Royal did not. So Royal paying the price. And interesting to see what St. Peter's will do. Yes, looks like they will go for touch. And once again, what Royal need to be really careful is they don't want to give this Peter right back three too many counter-attacking opportunities. They're very dangerous, and to almost Royal paid a heavy price for not finding touch in the first go. Unless they have conceded a penalty, and play has been pushed into the 22 by Senith Dinsara.
Good.
Line out is clean from the Pete Rights, and the maul is nicely set, but a good counter effort from Royal College. But it's St. Peter's that are motoring towards the try line. It's Shenuka Pereira with the ball at the edge of it. St. Peter's College gaining comfortable meters. Shenuka Pereira, Amana Bank try time. Is it for St. Peter's College?
Time off.
Time has been called off. We'll have another look at that. But what a run by Shenuka Pereira there. Abdullah.
Yes, it was a brilliantly executed driving maul, you'd have to say. Let's see what the referees have to say. Looks like he wants to have a look at that.
On-field decision, no try.
So the on-field decision is no try. And to the naked eye as well, it looked like play was held up a bit there. But will be interesting to see. Of course, we have the privilege of the TMO for these Super Round fixtures. And our cameraman camped right beside the try line. So hopefully we will be able to get some good pictures of this sequence of play. But St. Peter's College straight away showing the dominance with their forwards. Shenuka Pereira, see, exchanged the ball there, and from then on it was almost a one-man effort by him.
Yes, and once you get a bit of momentum, it's very hard to stop, isn't it? So even if it's not a try, St. Peter's will have a penalty advantage because Aman Altaf entered that maul from the side. From the bit of the visuals that we have, it looks pretty clear that it has been held up.
Yes, Pasan Pamudita already has the tee in hand. But he might have to send that back based on what this replay has for us here.
Yes, this should give us a better view. Storming run. Just as he went over the line, he was held up. Just don't think he was able to ground the ball. Some really good defensive work by Royal. I think so Zaman Altaf, although conceding that penalty, scrapped back well to make amends. Nonetheless, St. Peter's will have another
Captain.
go at it.
Captain, no try, held up, penalty advantage.
So Peterites
No
will
try,
get the
penalty
penalty, and
advantage.
dare I say,
Side taken now, penalty
will
advantage.
go to touch, and we'll have a driving maul all over again.
Yes, St. Peter's College really sent in a message, Abdullah. It's a really young and promising forward pack for them, and straight away shoving nearly 25 meters towards that Royal try line before Aman Altaf illegally inserted himself into that maul. But now it's a 5-meter line out for St. Peter's, and like you said, I think they'll look to rinse and repeat here.
I think Royal have got to take a chance and try and contest this line out, Nathan. From what we saw previously, it's going to be pretty hard for them to stop, but they've decided to stand back. And Peter's maul once again. So far, Royal are doing well. Referee has called one. That's a brilliant defensive effort by Royal.
Back, number 8, get back, get back. Use it.
And St. Peter's College instructed to use it. Another strong carry from Shenuka Pereira brings play right back to that 5-meter line. And now the Peterite forwards will look to do their thing, Abdullah, as they have been carrying St. Peter's throughout this season. And now here's a break from Ashaz Farooq, top try scorer for St. Peter's College. And just a couple of more meters to make now. Janut Ratnayaka straightening things up are the Peterites. And that was Abhay Gunawardena now to Revon Pereira right under the post for St. Peter's.
Offside,
Surely just a couple of phases away now. Penalty advantage coming their way as well. Have they touched down, and they have gone over for the Amana Bank try, and St. Peter's College have hit back almost straight away. We'll get a confirmation on the try score, and yes, looks like it's a Revon Pereira from that second row who's gone over for yet another Amana Bank try, his 5th Amana Bank try this season. And St. Peter's College right under the post.
Number 14.
And all set to take a lead here at Bambalapiti, Abdullah.
Yes, very well executed. Few pick and goes by the Peterites. It's an area this season where Royal have struggled to defend, and proved the same on that occasion. So the Peterites striking back immediately, and with an opportunity to go into the lead.
Yes, Pasan Pamudita looks to add the extras from right under the post, and yes, St. Peter's College take the lead for the first time in this clash. But the Peterite forwards, Abdullah, making their presence felt in these first 10 to 15 minutes or so.
Yes, it was a good, strong run by the tight head prop Janit Ratnayaka, and then from then on, Revon Pereira. The fact that the Royal defense was on the back foot helped the burly Peterite second row to go over for the Peterites' first Amana Bank try of this game.
Right, play.
So an interesting first 10 minutes. Both teams getting on the scoreboard. It will be Idris Farooq to restart things. Switches sides. Gets good height. But very well collected by
Shenuka Pereira. Lovely collection there. And a strong bustling carry as well. Tackler release is the call, and now Janut Ratnayaka. He's been one of the strongest carriers for St. Peter's College, but now they'll look for an exit. No, lovely dummy by Vishenka Silva. Looks it to send it out wide to his center. Here's Netchan Mantusha. Netchan Mantusha breaking a couple of tackles. Switching things up. Quick ball here by the Peterites. Senuddin Sara finds Pamudita. Pamudita looked to cut inside there. Thought he could have gone on the outside. But the Peterites looking to straighten things up here. Here's Nimsara to Emit Javira. Player near the halfway line once again. Front football from St. Peter's College. Ashaz Farooq. Another strong carry.
Ball is available.
St. Peter's College really asserting their dominance on this game. And that looked like he was tackled in the air. There was Vishenka Silva. Would be interesting to come back to that. But St. Peter's College still with the possession. And yes, have won the penalty from that play as well. I think it was a play in the air by Didula Jayasuriya, wasn't it, Abdullah?
Well, it's interesting because he jumped up to catch the ball, isn't it? So the player was committed to the tackle. It's one of those grey areas of the game. So Royal have been penalised.
And a strong touch found there by Senuddin Sara. Brings play to the edge of the 22 from well inside his own half. He has a heavy boot on him. Does Senuddin Sara. Shades of his brother Umit Chiara, who was the place kicker for St. Peter's College in those unbeaten 2023 and 2024 campaigns.
Ball!
So another big maul by the Peterites. Royal desperately trying to defend.
Back.
St. Peter's College doing well to recover and collapsed illegally. There was the maul. Penalty advantage now for the Peterites. Shenuka Pereira bumps off the tackler. Strong run by this burly young lad in the number 8 jersey for St. Peter's College. Wahab now playing under advantage. Javira where to it. A free play sends it out to Pasan Pamudita. But up with the defense was Didula Jayasuriya there. Kept the Peterites at bay. And now Senuddin Sara trying to step his way past the Royal defense. Unable to do so, and now they'll straighten things up. Lovely hands back to Emit Javira. Right under the post once again are the Peterites. Chance of go Peters go. Ring around Bambalapitia here. But Royal doing well to hold the Peterites at bay. But now they look to shift things up to that left hand side.
Back to the penalty advantage.
Referee will call play back to that penalty advantage. But after conceding first, Abdullah, St. Peter's have really hit the ground running here in this all-important clash.
Yes, and they have shown that they have a slight edge over the Royal 8 in these first few minutes of the game. So I'm sure they're going to try and exploit that as much as possible. From Royal's point of view, they just need to ensure that they don't allow the Peterites to get into those positions where they can bring their top players into play.
Number 13, number 13. Oh, number 13. Wagi jersey mukat. 15. Sorry. Mark.
Even the referee is confused by those positional shifts there, Abdullah. But a good touch once again found by Senuddin Sara. And play is on the edge of the 5-meter line once again. And another chance for these Peterite forwards to run as we take a look at that where that penalty was won. Collapsed illegally. And once again St. Peter's have formed the drive-in maul. Revon Pereira at the front of it.
Back.
But good desperate defense there from Royal College. But attacking from the fringes are St. Peter's College. And it's only a matter of time now. Unless Royal can pull a rabbit out of the hat. Here's Ashaz Farooq. Sitila Nimsara brings play within a foot of the try line, but has knocked the ball on Abdullah. So close yet so far, and you have to say that's a golden opportunity gone begging for the Peterites.
Yeah, absolutely, and they'll be really disappointed because they had the Royal defense on the back foot, using their big ball carriers to good effect. Unfortunately for them, not being able to hold on to possession. So that will give Royal an opportunity to clear their lines.
Yes, but the exit will have to be good, Abdullah. We know how dangerous the St. Peter's backs are, especially the likes of Vishenka Silva and Senuddin Sara. When you give them open space,
Crouch.
It does suit their game. Has some dark clouds are hovering over Bambalapitia at the moment, but if the rains do come down, I think that only plays in the favour of the Peterites even more.
Hold it.
Yes, by the look of it.
All in.
It's a much better scrum by Royal. Getting the ball out to Idris Farooq.
No.
Needs to find touch. And does so this time, but Peterites, will they opt for a quick line-out throw? They have. That was not one of the better throw-ins. But they managed to retain possession. Need to get him down and try and contest for that ball.
Back. Last
That was a pretty disappointing defensive effort by Royal. They needed to try and get the player onto the deck.
No, it's okay.
Trying a chip and go. Fernando. Losing the ball in contact was, it was Royal centre.
It's big hit coming there from the Peterite forward. Sheva Labe Gunawardana winning the ball back for his side, and now another strong carry by him. St. Peter's on the counter attack here. Jaivira, lovely hands.
Advantage over.
Advantage over is the call, and that pass is fluffed by Senuddin Sara on that occasion. And now here's Dinuka Pereira. Dinuka Pereira running towards that try line. The bounce is kind for him, but brilliant last-ditch defense there. Gets up from the tackle. But end-to-end stuff here by the Royalists. And now they're only a few phases away, surely. Peterite defense absolutely scrambling. What a game of rugby we have on our hands here at Bambalapitiya. And the referee will call things back, but I believe there was an advantage played in favour of Royal College. But what a sequence of play, Abdullah.
Yes, Peterite's going for that quick line out, not successfully, but Royal will be disappointed that they just couldn't finish that off, isn't it, Nathan? Forcing Idris to go to touch. Dinuka Pereira very nearly going over, but some desperate defense by the Peterites just thwarting that effort.
Yes, indeed, Abdullah. So both teams squandering some pretty golden opportunities, some pretty clear-cut chances to add that second Amana Bank try and really pull away. But Royal now will have a second chance. We'll take a look at the replay there. Dinsar fluffed that pass, and that Royal player did really well there. I think that's Dinuka Pereira. And the bounce was kind to him, but what an effort it was from Rajit Gion, just 15 years old. And keeping the Royal attack at bay, and gives his forwards another chance to try and bring down this Royal maul. But has been quite an exciting game so far, hasn't it, Abdullah? And all the fans gathered here in Bambalapitiya today have got their money's worth already.
Yeah, you can definitely say that.
Number 5.
Both teams are just willing to keep the ball in play as much as possible. So Royal with a 5-meter line out.
Time back on.
Interesting to see the option they will take. Last time they did a kind of a back peel. Will they try something similar this time around?
Good.
Nice clean line out. Patirana collects the ball. It's a very strong ball carrier, but the Peterite defense stands strong.
Use it.
Fernando calling for his forwards. Aman Altaf.
Advantage.
Good tackle coming in there by the Peterites, but penalty advantage coming the way of the Royalists. Idrit Farooq chips over the top, but referee will bring play back. Thought it was a good hit there by the Peterite forward, but unfortunately doing so illegally. And Royal now looking to take the quick tap.
Back.
Yeah, so just Royal once again, I think they could have made better use of that advantage they had. Patirana just trying a punt ahead, which really didn't have any aim in what he was trying to achieve. So referee Abekon having a small word with the Peterite captain Vishenka Pereira. Farooq, they have taken the option of going to the post, and the 3 points is on, so Royal take the lead, 8 points to 3. Just approaching the 20th minute. Right under the post. No mistakes. No mistake whatsoever by Farooq. So Royal inch ahead.
Yes, but I think this plays into the hands of the Peterites. Abdullah, it really sends a message that Royal aren't too confident in their forwards, and they know that their rolling maul hasn't been at its best this season. And I think their best option was to go for the 3 points, because the 7 points, the way the forward packs have been playing so far in these first 20 minutes, the 7 points was quite far-fetched from that instance.
Patirana letting the ball bounce, and it just rolls into touch, but it's a good territorial gain, you'd have to say, for St. Peter's. Immediately getting into the Royal 22.
It's a huge kick there coming in from Amit Javira, straight from kickoff. And the referee will call time off for that 1 minute water break. And a breather for us as well here up in the com box, Abdullah. Has been quite the interesting game to call, hasn't it?
Yes, it's definitely had some interesting moments. Just that both teams, though, probably had opportunities when they had penalties awarded to them, but instead of playing the advantage, they just took chances and were trying to just get the penalty called by the referee, which probably is a little bit disappointing. Could have made better use of those advantages.
Yes, I agree, Abdullah. Really just looking to take a few risks, I believe, in this first half. I think the message to maybe all 30 lads on the park was to try and pull away as much as possible in the first 35 minutes, even if it means you do take a few risks, because you aren't going to, because you have a higher chance of finding the whitewash. But unfortunately for these sides, it hasn't worked out for them so far. As we take a look at the dignitaries gathered here in the VIP box. But it's Royal that will resume things, but
time back on.
With a line out, a high pressure line out well within their own red zone, and St. Peter's will be keen to contest this.
Yes, interesting that Royal have gone for a 4-man line out.
Line out is clean, and now they'll look for that exit, will Royal College, but St. Peter's mounting the pressure on them. And have they turned the ball over here? No, they haven't. Royal doing well just to hold on to possession, and they are looking to run it from inside their own 22. Lovely run there by Yuan Patirana, finds Dinuka Pereira in acres of space. Dinuka Pereira cutting inside. End-to-end rugby here from Royal College, but Vishenka Silva doing well to bring that man down, but quite a bold move paying off there for Royal College. And Amika Samarasinghe, back. That's a borderline seatbelt tackle there. And now they'll look to go from the blind side. Yes, Disas Patirana losing his foot in ever so slightly.
Back.
But it's Royal now on the front foot. Got the exit right. And they are attacking St. Peter's College from the fringes now. Looking to give these players a taste of their own medicine, if I may say so.
No, roll away. First roll away.
But St. Peter's are up with the defense, not really allowing any sort of territorial gain for the Royalists. Sideways and backwards, but a long cutout pass by Idris Farooq is forward, and a referee will pull things back. But St. Peter's College, you have to commend the defense there, Abdullah, giving Royal a lack of options. All they could do was go for that Hail Mary pass to the winger, which unfortunately for Idris was forward.
Yes, it would be interesting to have another angle to that if we could.
Hurry up.
But referee was right on the spot and made the call. But Royal three quarters looking dangerous, and they do have a bit of good quality phase ball to work with.
Set.
And now St. Peter's will need a good exit from here. Jamal Wahab straight to Emit Jayavira. And Vishenka Silva now looks to run from inside his own 22. What a run there by the Peterite skipper. Neither team very reluctant to go to the boot, Abdullah. And now strong carry from Revon Pereira takes St. Peter's College out of danger as they are looking to set up that exit. Exit kick is good from Jayavira, but unfortunately doesn't find touch. And now Jayasurya has a chance to step into that Peterite half. But up with the defense are the Peterites, and off your camera there some play off the ball as well, which the referee has been alerted to. Would be interesting to see how this pans out for both sides.
So let's have a listen into what the conversation looks like.
Dangerous play card landing echo. Peter, just a penalty only. Captain. penalty kari vacheno play kara kicking regular Peter penalty ka just a penalty only.
Would be interesting to see if we can get a replay on that.
Time back on.
Referee choosing to reverse the penalty and award it to the Peterites.
Yes, when it looked like The penalty occurred while in the process of clearing the ruck. As we have a look at that once again. Yes, that was the Royal skipper taking out a player who had no involvement in the ruck whatsoever. So a bit of lack of discipline by Royal, resulting in a penalty being reversed. And St. Peters have obliged by taking play into the Peterite territory.
Yes, and another opportunity for St. Peter's College to launch an attack, Abdullah. So eventually they do get that exit that they wanted. Probably not in the fashion they assumed. But another chance for the Peterites to try and take back their lead. Line out is overcooked by Shenuka Pereira, but his partner in the pack, Revon, does well. And that Royal man will need to get out of that ruck. He does so just in the nick of time. And a good big hit coming in there, sending the Peterites back a couple of meters. And now they'll look to go to their backs. Yes, Vishenka Silva cut out pass to Senuddin Sara. Senuddin Sara looking to cut inside. Lovely inside-outside move from Senuddin Sara. Eventually brought down, but just 5 meters short of the try line. Need quick ball here, do the Peterites. Here's Netchan Mantusha. Amana Bank try number 2 for St. Peter's College. And they have their lead back. What a run by Senuddin Sara there. Tearing away from the Royal defence, and Netchan Mantusha applying the afterburners. And this is what the Bumble Prettier crowd would have wanted to see.
Yes, brilliant work by the Peterite three-quarters, showing some good pace and guile. It's just interesting to have a look at that once again. They've used Idris Farooq out wide, and he was burned on the outside by Dimsara. And Didula Jayasuriya slipping a tackle as well, and from this point onwards, Royal defence were in 6ers and 7s. And it was Netsara putting the finishing touches to that move. Conversion successful, so the Peterites go into the lead, 14 points to 8. Pasan Pamudita making no mistake with the conversion.
From a difficult angle as well, Abdullah. But now the Peterites have 14 points on the board. And that decision by Royal to take the 3 from that earlier penalty, at least as of now, they've been looks like the wrong call.
Well, I wouldn't think so, Nathan. I think whenever you have points on offer, my theory is you take it, especially in these big games. But it's what happens from then on. I don't think Royal have managed the territorial game that well. They've given the Peterite three-quarters far too much room to run. Vishenka trying an audacious kick, not finding much touch. But this is where Royal have struggled today. They're unable to launch a counter-attack from their back three. Big run by Situmina getting over the gain line, but that distribution needs to be much quicker. It's far too slow.
Advantage number 4, block tackle. Without it.
So advantage for Royal. Patirana getting the ball out to Pereira. Cuts in. Peterite defense standing strong.
Number 4.
It's a no arms tackle is the call from referee Abe Kohn.
Number 4.
Yes, just giving a warning out to Revon Pereira, one of the try scorers today. And Idris Farooq looking to find touch for Royal College. They wouldn't want to play on the back foot for too long, Abdullah. They'd want to inch as close as possible with just under 10 minutes left until Lemons. It's a golden opportunity for Royal to try and take a 1-point lead, which will be a huge psychological advantage for them.
Yes, that's right. See a no arms tackle by the Peterite second row on Farooq. So it'll be interesting to see what Royal will do from this line out. They haven't tried to use the driving maul. They've used front and back peels. It's Nazir with the throw in. Go to number 6. Clean contest this time, Royal.
unable to set up that rolling ball, but will need to play the ball out of here. And yes, Nazir just managed to do that, but a big hit once again coming in. But Royal will need to make use of this from here, looking to straighten things up, and that's a strong carry there by the Royal forward. Need numbers on the outside, have numbers on the outside. Long cutout pass to Yuvan Pathirana. Yuvan Pathirana brings play within the Pete Wright red zone, and now they'll look to go from the fringes once again, Abdullah.
Yes, Royal just unable to get over that gain line. Now they've got their main ball carrier. Situmina breaks one tackle, makes a bit of ground. Fernando to Farooq to Ranasinghe, goes into contact.
Back. No hands. No hands. No hands. Back.
Royal with another phase of attack. Again Situmina with the run. Pete Wright defense standing strong thus far. Farooq deciding to go for the 3 points, but I just do not understand the thinking of that. They had a penalty a few moments earlier, just a bit of 40-meter distance, but if they wanted the 3 points they could have taken it then. But to try it on that occasion, have to question the decision making. So it will be a 22-meter dropout. Vishenka Silva just surveying the field and goes deep. And Pereira knocks the ball on.
And here's Madugaske. Madugaske takes 3 men down with him. And now St. Peter's on the front foot once again. Here's Abhay Gunawardena, lifted in the tackle, brought down eventually. And now Jamal, lovely hands from the Pete Wright forwards and backs, and Jayavira sends that kick out to Pamudita, but they were playing under advantage, I believe, so referee Shankar will call things back for that knock on. But like you said, Abdullah, interesting decision there by Royal to go for the drop goal. They had a penalty from an almost identical position a few minutes earlier, and the end result would have been the 3 points anyway, as we take a look at that knock on by Dinuka.
Yes, it's not exactly the same position, probably about 10 to 15 meters behind that, but just don't think that was the best option at that particular time, because they had the Pete Wright defense on the back foot. So another feed into the scrum. Good scrum by the Pete Wrights. It's getting the ball out wide. They'll try and get their 3/4 into play as much as possible. Vishenka Silva, lovely offload, backhand. Brilliant by the Pete Wright 3/4.
Lovely set move there. Vishenka Silva doing really well to get that backhanded offload, and now straighten things up with Janut Ratnayaka. But unfortunately, he has spilled the ball. Advantage over is the call. And if Vishenka Silva can recover this quickly, St. Peter's do have another chance. Yes, the Royal defense is sitting back. And here's Vishenka Silva once again, gaining some meters for his side. But the Pete Wright 3/4 have really pulled their socks up in this game, Abdullah. After a lackluster season by their standards. And now Shenuka Pereira, another strong carry. And once again now looking to go to their line.
No.
But ankle tap coming in on Emit Javir on that occasion. And now they look to go again with the dangerous Sinuddin Sara. Shows and goes. And gains a few important meters for his side. Offside advantage coming the way of St. Peter's College as well. So Royal committing errors aplenty in the defense, Abdullah. And not a promising look for them towards the fag end of this first half.
Yes, and Royal I don't think are helping their cause. Just not making some poor decisions. They're slipping tackles far too easily, especially when the back's on a one-to-one situation. Interesting call there for offside. Thought that Situmina was in place when the scrum half lifted the ball, but nonetheless, referee adjudicating as offside. So another opportunity for St. Peter's. Dare I say, Nathan, the way it's been going thus far, They will put it into touch and use their 8 to put more pressure on the Royal pack. It's worked well for them so far.
Yes, definitely that will be the call, Abdallah, especially considering the man that's gone down injured is Emit Jayavira, who's a player with a wealth of experience. And losing him within the first half itself will really put the Peterites down. But it's great to see that he's back up on his feet. A real warrior is Emit Jayavira, playing through the pain. And one of the better backs for St. Peter's College. And thankfully he's able to continue. But still for all, Abdullah, like you said, I agree with you. We'll need to go with that tried and tested role in all of this.
Time back on.
So Jayavira seems to be struggling a little bit, but is an important cog in this Peterite three-quarter line.
Good touch found once again by Senuddin Sara. Takes play couple of meters inside the Royal red zone. And another chance for St. Peter's to try and close out this first half on a high.
Big few moments for Royal here. Just cannot afford to concede so close to half-time. Much better line-out defense, but the Peterites hold on to possession. Slow ball for the Peterites.
No hands, no hands. Hey, arms again, no. No.
St. Peter's playing a slow ball off the ruck, looking to attack from the fringes. And ball is turned over there by Senuja Rana Singh for Royal College. And the brilliant work at ruck time there by Royal. This is what we would have liked to see a bit earlier in the game.
Yes, a key moment as far as Royal is concerned, because from that position, if Peterites had managed to get a score going into half-time, it would have been very difficult for Royal to get back. But some wonderful work by the Royal third row forward.
Yes, would be interesting to see a replay on that defensive play. But yes, Royal defense coming to the party when it matters most.
Last play
For the first half, says referee Shankar. And yes, that was Yoshita Situmina.
I think it was Akira Yatavar, if I'm not mistaken. Brilliant rip. It's an opportunity here for Royal. Going right back to number 6. Very well executed. But it's what they do from here is what's going to count. Patirana takes the ball up. Fernando giving it to Situmina. And you'd have to say that could sound problems for the Peterite number 8.
Yes, definitely, Abdullah. That looked like a no-arms tackle from Shenuka Pereira. Losing his cool at a crucial juncture. Would have done well to just see things off and take his side into lemons. We'll take a look at the replay there. No, he does try to get his hands around Yatavara there. But I think Yatavara tried to jump over the tackle on that occasion. So it would be interesting to see how the referees view this. And let's have a listen.
Last play. Saya jump කරනවා මට හැබැයි බ්ලෝ ආම් දෙක ආවිත් නෑ ඒකයි ප්‍රශ්නේ තියෙන්නේ. penalty reverse කර hard එකකට යනවා නේ ඔය යන්න මම එන්න මේ one more replay number 14 card number 16 water ground again lift in the back it's a dangerous play
Yes, well, referee Abekon very clearly communicating to a pretty confused looking Sitomina, but it was dangerous in the fact that he left the ground, isn't it? And probably put the tackler in a bit of danger as well. So the penalty has been reversed, and to make matters worse for Royal, they'll be down a player as well. And what an opportunity for the Peterites to launch one final attack in this half and show something for it.
Mark here. Hey, marking gun.
Yes, indeed, Abdullah. But yes, coming back to that yellow card, I believe the right decision has been made. And St. Peter's now looking to set that maul, but a good defense coming in by us. 7-man Royal pack now for the next 10 minutes in this clash. Lovely backhanded offload to Wahab. And now they'll go to a set move. Here's Netchan Mantusha. But referee does call things back for an obstruction. And we will head into Lemons. Yes, we will head into Lemons here at Bambalapitia. So at half time, it's advantage Bamba Brigade. 14 points to 8 at Bambalapitia. But what a first half of rugby we've had, Abdullah.
Yes, very intense game. Both teams having their moments. Probably not taking them as much as the coaching staff would like. But it's the Peterites who are 14 points to 8 ahead, courtesy to Amana Bank tries. And what's concerning for Royal is not so much just the three-quarters play of the Peterites, but it's the dominance that the Peterite 8 have shown over Royal. And things are standing up pretty keenly contested, and it's going to be an absorbing second half when we come back for it after this commercial break.